This airplane is just like a limousine. Feel like a millionaire sitting back, all relaxed and saying...
If you believe these early commercials,
A new concept in air transportation. The travail has been taken out of travel.
airline travel used to be amazingly pleasant. Now we are searched and stressed and left standing in endless lines. But Boeing believes its new 787 Dreamliner will bring back some of the good old days.
Really what we were trying to do, how we were trying to differentiate, is to see if we could trigger again, recapture the magic that flying really is. This is, our basic sky interior.
Boeing's Blake Emery helped design the interior, which comes with a message.
We really wanted, from the moment you cross the threshold, to be able to kind of say, I made it. This is it. This is going to be good from here on out.
It's a plane that won cheers on rollout at its Seattle factory and made a splash when the first one went into service last fall in Tokyo, flown by Japan's ANA All Nippon Airways. United has 50 on order for future delivery. But for the moment, the chance to fly in the plane over America is restricted to demonstration flights, where a lucky journalist can join mostly Boeing employees. And once inside, the first difference is obvious. The bigger windows make the whole cabin feel more spacious, and forget about having to pull down a window shade. These windows use a small electric charge and a button that takes them from dim all the way down to darkness. And on Friday, President Obama visited the Boeing factory in Everett, north of Seattle, touring the first of the 50 United jets under construction. And the windows got an unusual presidential seal of approval.
Pretty spiffy.
Those big windows are possible because the fuselage is constructed for the first time entirely with carbon fiber reinforced plastic, lighter and stronger in some ways than traditional aluminum. It's been used for years on airplane tail sections. But the Dreamliner has been a star-crossed saga. Boeing outsourced production around the world, causing quality problems and delays that sent the $5 billion development cost soaring, by some estimates, to more than $30 billion. The first plane was delivered 3 years late. Boeing has firm orders for 870 Dreamliners, but 160 additional orders were canceled.
Well, there's no question that you lose your credibility with your customers.
Randy Tenseth, Vice President of Marketing for Boeing Commercial Airplanes, can sell the roughly $200 million Dreamliner for one huge reason. It sips less fuel.
This is an airplane that is extraordinarily fuel efficient, has low operating costs, so airlines will be able to reduce their costs. It's an airplane that's environmentally progressive. 20% fuel savings for this airplane means a 20% reduction in CO2.
What you're basically saying is what a good car guy would say: this plane gets better mileage.
Yeah, it's all about the value proposition.
The Dreamliner is one more thing, designed to make money flying long distances with a smaller passenger load than a 747. That helps avoid the bane of every traveler's life, changing planes at a hub airport to get from here to there.
So that means, as a passenger, I'll have the opportunity to fly more point-to-point or more direct nonstop flights. I don't want to call it a hub buster, but in many ways it is. It's really about more frequent nonstop service for passengers.
Which is why at Tokyo's Imperial Hotel,
to deepening relationships,
Denver Mayor Michael Hancock and other city officials recently hosted a reception.
Come by.
For executives of Japan's All Nippon Airways. Denver and other American cities are aggressively wooing ANA to fly direct routes from Asia with their new Dreamliners. Back in Denver, the mayor explained that new plane routes mean millions of new dollars to a city.
Our greatest access to the world is Denver International Airport. You're talking about a $100 million economic impact to Denver with the landing of the Asian flight directly from Denver to Narita, Japan.
$100 million?
We're looking at a $100 million economic impact.
As if tempting the people of Denver, the Dreamliner was tested there for high-altitude takeoffs and landings.
If you're going to build a toy for us, then we want to be able to say, come fly out of our city. The airliner exists, so let's use it.
The Dreamliner is first on the market, but arch rival Airbus is catching up fast. It has the A350 in development for delivery in the next 2 years to fly, yes, longer on less fuel, with a spacious entry and an interior that look almost identical to the Dreamliner. The yet-to-be-built Airbus already has 600 orders. Both companies are betting on an airline buying boom. An estimated 7,300 wide-body jets like the 787 needed in the next 20 years, along with thousands of smaller jets. All this competition, innovation, and fuel savings is fast outdating what we fly on today, says aviation consultant Michael Boyd.
A lot of these airplanes, when they get retired, the next time you see them, there'll be a Budweiser display. There's nowhere to go with a lot of these airplanes.
Turn it into razor blades and beer cans.
Razor blades, beer cans, aluminum shelves, whatever.
The color. This is a sky color, but you can change it to change the mood.
Exactly. You can.
Back on the Dreamliner with designer Blake Emery, be prepared for a few special effects.
You can change it to represent how you want the passengers to feel at that segment of the flight.
So now we're getting a different flow of color.
Right now, they're demonstrating what we call our sunrise, which would be a good thing to use if the passengers have been sleeping. This kind of gently gives them a transition to a more alert function.
So you're kind of manipulating us there, Blake, but in
Absolutely.
nice ways.
Just such a benevolent manipulation, though, don't you think?
The Dreamliner can't ease all the travails of travel. But it's nice to know that an airplane built to make airlines more money also includes something modern travel seems to have lost, that sense of being a pampered passenger.